Okay, Mr. Fisher, please proceed.
Time is now 12:30, and the Board of Trustees is reconvening in open session. I'm going to give it a few minutes here to make sure that those viewers that can get on from the live stream, and then we will start taking action from closed session. Okay, the board will now move on items that will need to take action from closed session.
President Fisher, I move to approve employment contracts as recommended by the administration.
I have a motion from Ms. Celadon. Do I have a second?
I second it.
I got a second from Mr. Samaripa. Ms. Celadon?
Yes.
Okay. Mr. Samaripa?
Yes.
Ms. Cerna?
Yes.
Mr. Velasco?
Yes.
Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Ms. Cortez?
Yes.
And Elmer? Yes. I move to authorize legal counsel for future board approval to investigate the separate employee complaints against a trustee, superintendent, and a assistant superintendent. Got a first by Elmer Fisher. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I have a second from Mr. Velasco. Ms. Cerna? Monique?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Tamika?
Yes.
Anna?
Yes.
Elmer? Yes. Miss,
You didn't ask me.
I was getting ready to ask you, Mr. Samaripa.
Yes.
Let it show that it passes 7-0.
Anyone else have any
I'm-
motions?
I'm sorry, did Mrs. Serna vote? I didn't hear her vote.
No, Ms. Serna?
I'm here. Do you hear me? Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Were there any other motions?
Yes, I would like to make a motion, Mr. President. I move to authorize legal counsel and Dr. Avery to negotiate an exit agreement for presentation to the board.
I'd like to amend that motion by Ana Cortez. I'd like to postpone that for a year so that we can extend Dr. Avery's contract for another year due to the pandemic, and to also postpone the search for a superintendent until that time.
You need to make sure that there's a second first. You didn't give an opportunity for a second.
Oh,
I second.
sorry.
And my original motion has been seconded by Janie Serna.
No, I
Okay.
didn't second your motion. I second Sam's.
Okay, well, let's back up. So
Yes,
then,
Mr. Fisher, thank you.
let's back up. So, Anna, what is your original motion?
My original motion is to move to authorize legal counsel and Dr. Avery to negotiate an exit agreement for presentation to the board.
I'll second that.
Okay. And you
Okay.
heard my amendment to that motion, correct?
So from that standpoint, Ann, could you give us some advice? Do we need to vote before the amendment?
You'll have to vote on the amendment first, and then you can vote on Ana Cortez's original motion.
Okay,
That is correct.
okay. So,
Whether or not to accept the amendment.
I would like to vote not to accept the amendment.
Anna,
You don't vote. Everybody has to take their time and vote for the amendment first. So Ana, you're saying no.
yeah,
That's what I said.
Okay, thank you.
okay. Elmer, I'm saying no. Ms. Thomas?
Due to our current agenda items plus agenda items in the past, I'm gonna vote no as well.
Johnny?
No.
Monique?
I'm going to abstain.
Janie?
I'm gonna say yes.
Sam?
Well, I made the amendment, so I'm voting yes too.
Got it. So, okay, so now we'd like to vote based off of the original, oh my God,
The motion by Ms. Cortez.
the original motion by Ms. Cortez.
Just count my vote as a yes for my original motion.
Okay,
Can you repeat the motion, please?
I move to authorize legal counsel and Dr. Avery to negotiate an exit agreement for presentation to the board.
okay, and Anna is a yes.
Yes.
Okay, Elmer, yes. Tamika, Ms. Thomas?
Yes.
Johnny?
Yes.
Monique?
I'd like to speak to my community and say that I hear you. I have read every comment and taken all of this into consideration. I wish that we could retain Dr. Avery, at least throughout this COVID-19 emergency. And I'm going to have to go against moving forward. So I'm going to go against the motion that Ms. Cortez made.
Okay. Ms. Serna
No.
and Sam.
Well, you know mine, it's definitely a no, and I totally support Monique for saying that.
Let it show that the motion passes 4-3 against. That concludes our business for today. Again, we appreciate your time and your patience with us as we adapt new, hopefully short-term way of doing business. I will now entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion for Ms. Celadon.
I'll second it.
I have a second for Ms. Cortez. Mr. Samaripa,
Yes.
Ms. Serna,
Yes.
Ms. Celadon,
Yes.
Mr. Velasco,
Yes.
Ms. Thomas,
Yes.
Ms. Cortez,
Yes.
and Mr. Fisher. Yes. Let it show that the meeting has adjourned at 12:41 a.m.